So hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to Creatrix channel. So first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Vishal Soni and I have cleared engineering services examination 2 times from electronics and telecommunication branch, both times in double digit rank. In 2014 my rank was 98 and in 2015 my rank was 25th. I have served as a Group A Gastro Officer in Indian Railways and in Indian Telecommunication Services. So most of you must have been following me on the Creatrix channel for electromagnetic field theory. So if you are a seeker of a free education, this is the channel for you, and you must understand that all these free initiatives is coming your way because of the Unacademy. So Unacademy is the revolution in the field of the free education and the affordable education. So how can you access those free courses? So if you want to access the free courses, you must immediately subscribe this channel, Creatrix channel, because all the top educators of the country is providing the free course on this channel. And that free course is absolutely brilliant in content, that is systematic, that is organized, and that is complete. So complete playlist you will be getting of a particular subject. You can develop the concept, you can gain confidence. More than that, you can love the subject. So immediately subscribe this channel. Secondly, if you want to access more free content, then you must immediately download the Unacademy Learners app, because on the Unacademy Learners app, top educators of the country are conducting the free special classes. In that free special classes, you can get topic wise clarity of a particular concept. And do not forget to follow me on the Unacademy Learning app. So you can also access the courses. So you must have two things. First is your YouTube channel. This YouTube channel, Creatrix YouTube channel, must be subscribed. Secondly, you must understand that you should have the Unacademy Learning app. That is must for you in order to crack the examination. So these are the parts of the free education. And if you want to organize your content well, if you want more comprehensive manner, if you want other advantages of the Unacademy, then what are the other initiatives that is running by the Unacademy? So another initiative that is running by the Unacademy is Unacademy Plus. So on the Unacademy Plus, this is very affordable for those who actually want to take their preparation to the next level. So आपको Unacademy Plus में क्या क्या मिलेगा? You will be getting the live classes on a fixed time, so that you can get more disciplined, you can get more organized, and you have something in your mind that at this particular time my classes are going to run. Apart from that, you will get free test series designed by the educator itself. So gone those times when we have lot of errors in the test series, we do not have the discussions of the test series. So there the test series will be conducted by the educators. They themselves will be discussing the solutions of that particular thing. So you can imagine that your preparation is going to the next level for this. Apart from that, those who have prepared themselves for the examination, so for them there are crash courses also available. Again the crash courses will going to help you in achieve good ranks. Those who have already achieved good ranks and want to improve their rank, for them there are rank improvement batches. More than that, you can also see that there are unlimited practice sessions. So what do you understand by unlimited practice session? Which means there will be various doubt solving sessions. Apart from the doubt solving sessions, there are weekly quizzes, and with the help of those weekly quizzes you can enhance your problem solving skills. So lot of unlimited doubt solving sessions, lot of quiz sessions, systematic content, structured content. You can download the PDF after the lectures, so you don't have to waste your time in order to making notes. You can utilize those times to practice the particular concepts, or you can use those times to just write down the formulas so that you can remember those formulas quickly. Apart from this plus subscription, there is also one subscription which is known as Iconic. So Iconic subscriptions are for them who actually do not have the self motivation but having the talent. So if they are having the talent and you do not have the self motivation, that how can I push myself to crack the examination, so in this Iconic subscription you will be assigned a personal coach. So this personal coach is going to be with you every time, and he will help you to achieve your dreams. You will get a study planner which will be customized for you. You will get the expert guidelines who have already topped the examination. They will be basically hand holding you to crack the examination. So if you think you are not self motivated, if you think you do not have the proper background to crack any particular competitive examination, so this Iconic subscription is must for you. This is going to help you. So if you want the free education, then YouTube channel and the special classes are must for you. And if you can afford a little bit, how much you should afford, that we'll discuss in a while. But if you can afford a little bit, you should come on to this Unacademy Plus. And more than that, if you want the expedited process in your preparation, आप जल्दी से एग्जाम निकालना चाहते हैं, जल्दी से अपनी गलतियां सुधारना चाहते हैं, so this Iconic subscription is for you. Then now let us start today's lecture, which is on the communication system. So now let us start the lecture.
Hello friends, welcome to this lecture of communication system. So till now we have analyzed AM signal for different message signals, and the last category is when the message signal is triangular wave. So I've already drawn a message signal which has triangular variations. So This message signal is known as triangular wave. So for this triangular wave, this particular time instance is t0 by 2 and this is your t0. So it has a periodic waveform having fundamental time period as t0. We know that the triangular message signals are half wave symmetric in nature, so it will have frequency components f0, 3f0, 5f0 and so on, where f0 is nothing but 1 over fundamental time period of this particular signal. Now if I have to calculate the mean square value of mt, which is m square t mean, or it also represents the normalized power of mt, or power generated by mt, or sometimes it is also called as power of waveform mt. So what is the power in this particular waveform, or the mean square value of this particular waveform mt? We know that for triangular signal the mean square value becomes am square by 3. And if we have to calculate the modulation index, we know that the modulation index is mod of mt max by AC. So the maximum magnitude has am, so the modulation index becomes am by AC. Now if I have to write general expression for am signal, we know that the general expression becomes AC plus mt cos omega ct. I can write it as a of t cos omega ct, where a of t is AC plus mt. So I want to draw this particular a of t for the condition of the modulation index less than 1. So I'm assuming this mu to be less than 1, and whenever mu is less than 1, we have already calculated value of mu as am by AC. So from here AC minus am becomes greater than 0. So we already have graph of m of t. This is the graph of m of t, which is triangular in nature, and this value becomes am, and on the negative side this value is minus am. This is 0, this is t. So to draw the a of t, we basically need to plot this AC plus mt, or shift the graph of m of t AC unit upwards. So if I have to plot the graph of a of t, so a of t is nothing but AC plus mt. So we have to add AC in the amplitude of this particular signal. So if I will add AC, this 0 will become AC, this will become AC plus AM, and this will become AC minus AM. And we have already discussed that AC minus AM should be greater than 0. So the envelope will be something like this. So this is the graph of AT. This value is obviously AC. This peak value is AC plus AM, and this value becomes AC minus AM, and it should be greater than 0 for mu less than 1. So this is the graph of A of t. Now I want to draw the time domain expression of ST. So the SAMT was A of t cos omega ct. So first of all, I will draw this A of t in dotted format, and in between I'll be drawing my signal. So this is the SAMT. We just have drawn the SAMT. So the graph of SAMT is something like this. This is your A of t. I will take the mirror image of it also. So the mirror image becomes something like this. And in between, I'll be drawing the shape of the sinusoidal signal. So if I will calculate value of SAMT at t equal to 0, it becomes A of 0, which means AC plus M of 0, and it becomes AC. So the starting point will always be this AC. This point is AC plus AM, and this lower point is AC minus AM. So the graph will start from here, and in between we will be drawing this particular sinusoidal shape. So this graph represents SAMT, or the amplitude modulated signal. And here you can see that the amplitude of the carrier is changing with respect to the baseband message signal. Now, if I have to track the envelope of this particular signal, so the envelope is nothing but the trace of the positive peaks. So let me trace the positive peaks. If I will trace the positive peaks, then this is the envelope. This is the envelope. And very clearly you can see from here that envelope of this modulated signal is nothing but value of AT, which is AC plus MT. So for mu less than 1, SAMT can be written as AT cos omega CT, and for mu less than 0, AT is always greater than 0. So the envelope of SAMT will always be equal to AT, which is AC plus MT. So I have to write the general format of envelope. So general format of envelope. So the general format of envelope will look something like this. This is envelope E of t, and I have to draw general form of envelope for mu less than 1. So for mu less than 1, the envelope will have its DC value around AC, and around it will make triangular variation with this value reaching as AC plus AM, and this value as AC minus AM. You can also write this value as AC into 1 plus mu, and this value as AC into 1 minus mu. So this will be the general format of the envelope. Now, after that, I want to do some frequency related calculations. So let me perform some frequency related calculations. So for frequency related calculations, we know that M of t signal has frequencies f0, 3f0, all the odd harmonics up to infinite. The carrier signal is single tone sinusoidal signal, so it has frequency of fc. Now the modulated signal has frequencies fc and sidebands fc plus minus f0, fc plus minus 3f0, fc plus minus 5f0, and it will have infinite number of sidebands. So this is your carrier, and this is infinite number of sidebands. What will be the bandwidth? We know that bandwidth is 2 times maximum frequency component of mt. So this will be the bandwidth of this particular signal. Now let me perform power related calculations. So for power related calculations, first of all, we have to write the general expression of SAMT, which is AC into AC plus MT cos omega CT. So we know that whenever a waveform is given, so for the calculation of power, we actually calculate its mean square value. So this particular mean square value is also known as power, normalized power, power generated by the waveform, or power content in the waveform. So this comes out to be AC square by 2 plus m square t by 2, where this m square t bar represents the mean square value of message signal. So I can write it as Pm by 2. We have already calculated mean square value of message signal and it comes out to be Am square by 3. So the power of Am waveform comes out to be AC square by 2 plus Am square by 6. Now if I take this AC square by 2 as common, it becomes 1 plus Am square by 3 AC square, and we know that mu in this particular case was Am by AC, so the power comes out to be AC square by 2 1 plus mu square by 3, and this AC square by 2 can be written as normalized power of the carrier or power content in the carrier or the mean square value of carrier. So it can be written as 1 plus mu square by 2. So the power of Am comes out to be Pc into 1 plus mu square by 3. This is the power of Am waveform. Now this power of Am waveform consists Pc plus Pc mu square by 3. We know that this is the power content of carrier. So obviously this power will represent the power of side bands. Now if I have to write the power of side bands, so I can write it as Pc mu square by 3. So these are the power contained by all the infinite side bands. Next important term is modulation efficiency. So we also have to calculate modulation efficiency. We know that modulation efficiency is power of sideband divided by total Am power or share of sidebands in total power. So the power of the sideband was Pc mu square by 3 and the total power of Am waveform was Pc into 1 plus mu square by 3. So it comes out to be mu square upon 3 plus mu square. Generally modulation efficiency is calculated in percentage. So I can write it as mu square upon 3 plus mu square into 100%. Now let me summarize all the points. So if message signal is triangular, then it contains all the odd harmonics 5f0 and so on. And the carrier signal has single frequency component Fc. Then the Am waveform has frequencies Fc, Fc plus minus 3f0, Fc plus minus 5f0 and so on. Similarly, the power of the Am waveform comes out to be Pc into 1 plus mu square by 3 and here you can use two formulas of mu. If Ka is given, then mu can be used as Ka mod of empty max, and if Ka is not given, you can use mod of empty max by AC. Similarly, for modulation efficiency, you can write mu square upon 3 plus mu square into 100%, and if Ka is given, put the value of mu as Ka mod of empty max, and if Ka is not given, you can use the value of mu as mod of empty max by AC. So these are the few important terms which you should remember while the message signal is triangular in nature. Now let me compare all the message signals and their power and efficiency calculation. So I'll be writing the shape of m of t here, power content of AM waveforms, and modulation efficiencies. So let me write all these values for different message signals. So in the first case, if message signal is sinusoidal, power content of AM waveform becomes Pc into 1 plus mu square by 2, and eta becomes mu square upon 2 plus mu square. If it is square wave, then the power content becomes Pc into 1 plus mu square, and it becomes mu square upon 1 plus mu square. Similarly, if m of t is triangular or sawtooth, in both these cases, the total AM power becomes Pc into 1 plus mu square by 3, and modulation efficiency becomes mu square upon 3 plus mu square. Now let us compare all these values. Suppose if message signal is sinusoidal and we are changing mu from 0 to 1. So we have to see the effect of changing of mu on power and efficiency. We know that for sinusoidal, PAM is equal to PC into 1 plus mu square by 2. So for mu equal to 0, it becomes PC, and for mu equal to 1, it becomes 1.5 PC. So we can say that as mu increases from 0 to 1, PAM increases by 50%, because initially it was PC and after that it becomes 1.5 PC. So this is the first important conclusion which you must remember. Similarly, what about eta? Eta is mu square plus 2 mu square. So when the value of mu is 0, it becomes 0, and when the value of mu is 1, it becomes 1 by 3. So here you can see that as mu increases, eta also increases, and the maximum value of eta occurs for mu equal to 1, and this eta max comes out to be 1 by 3, or in percentage if we talk about, it becomes 30.33%. So this is the second conclusion. So as mu increases from 0 to 1 and message signal is sinusoidal, the power of AM increases by 50%, and the modulation efficiency occurs for the mu equal to 1, which is the maximum value, and it comes out to be 1 by 3. Now let us take m of t to be square wave. In the second case, let m of t is square wave. So if m of t is square wave, the formula of PAM becomes PC into 1 plus mu square. So if mu is equal to 0, it comes out to be PC or unmodulated carrier's power, and if mu is equal to 1, it becomes 2PC. So we can say that as mu increases from 0 to 1, total AM power increases by 100%. So this is the first conclusion. In the second conclusion, we know that eta is equal to mu square upon 1 plus mu square. So for mu equal to 0, it comes out to be 0, and for mu equal to 1, it comes out to be half. So here also you can say that as mu increases, eta increases, and for mu equal to 1, maximum value of eta occurs, and this maximum value comes out to be 1 by 2, or in percentage you can say that it is 50%. Now let us consider the next case in which m of t is triangular wave. When m of t is triangular waveform, in that case the AM power comes out to be PC into 1 plus mu square by 3. So for mu equal to 0, it becomes PC, and for mu equal to 1, it becomes 4 by 3 PC. So here you can say that as mu increases from 0 to 1, total AM power increases by 133.33%. Also, eta comes out to be mu square upon 3 plus mu square. If mu equal to 0, eta becomes 0. For mu equal to 1, it comes out to be 1 by 4. So here also, as mu increases, eta increases, and for mu equal to 1, maximum value of eta occurs, and that comes out to be 1 by 4 or 25%. So for different waveforms, we also need to know the value of eta max. If message signal is sinusoidal, if message signal is square wave, and if message signal is triangular wave. For sinusoidal case, it comes out to be 33.33%. For square wave, it comes out to be 50%, and for triangular wave, it comes out to be 25%. So whenever eta max has been asked in the question and shape of the message signal has not been given, so the value of eta max will always be chosen as 50%. Now let us discuss the next topic, in which we have to calculate transmitter antenna current and transmitter antenna voltage. So first of all, we should understand that we have this AM signal, and to transmit this AM signal wirelessly, we need antenna. So here I am drawing this particular antenna, and you can consider this antenna as dipole antenna. So this is the antenna, and height of this antenna you can assume as lambda by 4. So this is your transmission line or the wires, and having characteristic impedance Z0. So I can equivalently make this particular diagram by replacing this antenna to its radiation resistance, and this is the AM signal. So first of all, you should understand what is the radiation resistance. So the radiation resistance is virtual antenna resistance. This is the virtual antenna resistance. What will be the power dissipation in this radiation resistance? So the power dissipation will be I RMS square into R radiation. So this power radiation actually represents that power dissipated in radiation resistance is equal to the power radiated by the antenna. So this basically gives us the measure that how much power this antenna will radiate or transmit. So this is our supply, and due to this supply we will calculate power dissipation in this resistance. So this power dissipation will gives us the idea that how much power of this particular antenna is transmitting. So I hope it is very much clear that whenever we are talking about antenna, so this is your transmitting antenna, and we have to calculate transmitter's antenna current and transmitter's antenna voltage. So whenever we will apply this AM signal here, then some power will be transmitted or some power will be radiated by this transmitting antenna. To mathematically measure that particular power or that particular radiated power, we use the concept of radiation resistance. So radiation resistance is a virtual antenna resistance, and if we will calculate the power dissipated in radiation resistance, then obviously this power is always equal to the power radiated by this transmitting antenna. So I am making the equivalent diagram here. This is our amplitude modulated signal, and the complete antenna I have replaced by radiation resistance. So in the first case, I am considering this SAMT to be current waveform. So if it is current waveform, so what will be the power dissipation in this resistor? So the power dissipation will be I RMS square into radiation resistance. It is current waveform, so SAMT can be assumed to be I of t, and if I have to calculate the RMS value of this particular waveform, so the RMS value will become SAM square t. So this power dissipation you can write as I RMS square into R radiation equal to SAMT square into R radiation. Here I RMS represents current through radiation resistance, or you can write it as current through antenna. Because the amount of current that will pass through radiation resistance will define the power radiated by the antenna, so the same amount of current will also be passing through the antenna. So I have to solve this equation. This radiation resistance gets cancelled from both the sides, so I RMS square comes out to be SAM square t. We know that it is the mean square value of AM signal, and we have already calculated the mean square value. It is nothing but PAM, and it comes out to be PC plus PM by 2. So this IRMS comes out to be under root of PC plus PM by 2, and this IRMS is known as transmitting antenna current. So let us solve this particular expression for different message signals. So for different message signals, first of all, I am taking m of t to be sinusoidal. So whenever m of t is sinusoidal, PAM becomes PC into 1 plus mu square by 2, and IRMS square is equal to PAM, which is PC into 1 plus mu square by 2. I can also write it as AC square by 2, 1 plus mu square by 2. So from here, the transmitting antenna current comes out to be AC by root 2 under root 1 plus mu square by 2. Sometimes this AC by root 2 can also be written as IRMS equal to IC into 1 plus mu square by 2, or this IC represents the RMS value of the waveform CT. IC is RMS value of waveform CT, which is AC cos omega CT. Similarly, for second case, if m of t is square wave, in that case we know that PAM is 1 plus mu square by 1, and this IRMS square comes out to be mean square value of signal SAMT, and it comes out to be PC into 1 plus mu square. So you can write it as IRMS square equal to AC by root 2 under root of 1 plus mu square. This AC by root 2, you can also write it as IC, which represents the RMS value of the carrier CT. Similarly, if m of t is triangular wave, so if m of t is triangular wave, then we know that PAM is PC into 1 plus mu square by 3. We have already derived that IRMS will be equal to SAM square T, and it comes out to be PC into 1 plus mu square by 3, or AC square by 2, 1 plus mu square by 3. So from here, IRMS comes out to be AC by root 2 under root 1 plus mu square by 3, or you can write IRMS equal to IC under root 1 plus mu square by 3. So when SAMT is assumed to having current format, so in all those cases, based upon MT, you can write transmitter current, which is nothing but RMS. So for sinusoidal case, it comes out to be IC 1 plus mu square by 2. When m of t was a square waveform, it comes out to be IC into 1 plus mu square, and when it was triangular waveform, comes out to be IC into 1 plus mu square by 3. So this is the summary of transmitter current. Where IC is also known as current through the transmitter antenna due to unmodulated carrier. So sometimes IC is also denoted by this, and the value of IC will always be AC by root 2. Similarly, let us discuss the second case in which this SAMT has voltage format. So SAMT has voltage format. So this is the equivalent diagram SAMT versus the radiation resistance. So we have to calculate the power dissipated in this radiation resistance. This will always signify the power radiated by the antenna. So the power dissipated in this case will become Vrms square by radiation resistance, or you can write it as V square T by radiation resistance. So we have to calculate the potential across this radiation resistance, and this potential is nothing but SAMT or V of T. So this comes out to be S square AMT by radiation resistance. So from here you can write it as Vrms square upon R radiation is equal to SAM square T by R radiation. So this radiation gets cancelled out, and we can write Vrms equal to under root of SAM square T. So we know that when message signal is sinusoidal, the mean square value of SAM is nothing but PAM, and it comes out to be PC into 1 plus mu square by 2, or you can write it as AC square by 2 1 plus mu square by 2. So Vrms comes out to be AC by root 2 under root 1 plus mu square by 2. Sometimes it is also written as Vc under root 1 plus mu square by 2, where Vc represents RMS value of carrier AC cos omega Ct. So in this case, carrier will also assume the voltage format. Let us assume this M of t to be square waveform. So if it is square waveform, the mean square value of amplitude modulated signal, which is PAM, becomes PC into 1 plus mu square, or you can write AC square by 2 into 1 plus mu square. So this Vrms becomes AC by root 2 under root 1 plus mu square. Sometimes it is also written as Vc into 1 plus mu square. In the third case, you can assume this M of t to be, in this case, M of t is triangular waveform. So for triangular waveform, this SAM square t becomes PC into 1 plus mu square by 3, or you can write it as AC square by 2 1 plus mu square by 3. So Vrms becomes under root of SAM square t or it comes out to be AC by root 2 under root 1 plus mu square by 3, or sometimes it can also be written as VC 1 plus mu square by 3. So this also you can summarize depending upon the shape of M of t. So this transmitting antenna voltage or Vrms can be written as, if M of t is sinusoidal, then it becomes Vt equal to Vc under root 1 plus mu square by 2. When it is square waveform, this Vt becomes Vc under root 1 plus mu square, and when it is triangular, this becomes Vt into Vc under root 1 plus mu square by 3, and here value of Vc is equal to AC by root 2, and this represents the RMS value of carrier CT, or you can also write it as the RMS value of unmodulated carrier. So in this manner you can calculate transmitting antenna voltage and transmitting antenna current. So in general I am writing that for transmitting antenna current, you can use the formula IT equal to IC under root 1 plus mu square by 2. So I am writing the formula of sinusoidal only. Rest other formulas you can also write. And transmitting antenna voltage, you can write it as Vt equal to Vc under root 1 plus mu square by 2. This is also I am writing for sinusoidal. So that's it from this lecture.
So if you have liked today's lecture and you want to subscribe to Unacademy Plus, the very first thing that you should understand that you should use this particular code. What is the code? The code is Vishal Gate. Write my name and attach gate to it. So by using this particular code, you will be getting all the advantages of the Unacademy Plus. All the added advantages will be directly assigned to you. Secondly, you will directly come to under my guidance, and that will surely help you to crack the examination in the least possible time, and you will also get the guidance of the complete team. Okay, and the most important thing is that you will immediately get the 10% discount on that. So immediately you are enabled to get 10% discount once you use this coupon code. So for example, if you talk about the plus subscription, which is costing you 25,000 for 1 year, and if you use this coupon code Vishalgate, immediately you are going to get 10% discount, which is 22,500. And if you talk about the iconic, for the iconic subscription of the 12 month, this will cost you around 40,400. So these are the cost of the 12 months. And if you want to talk about the 2-year subscription cost of the plus, it is your 27,000 after discount. If you want more discount than 10%, and you have already attended the special classes, then you will be having some credits in your account. Do not forget to use those credits so that you can get more discount than 10%. Now how can you pay these amounts? So there is one good news for you, that you can pay this amount by using credit cards and debit cards by using the facility of the zero cost EMI. So if you want to pay this particular amount of 22,500 with the help of zero cost EMI, so the zero cost EMI can be availed by using credit cards and debit cards. Remember, you can use the credit card of any company, but the debit card is allowed for HDFC and the Bajaj Finserv. Apart from that, if you want to directly pay this much of amount, you think that this particular amount is the most affordable fees that can be provided to you for 1 year subscription, तो आप directly क्या कर सकते हैं? You can use this credit card, debit card, direct payment. You can also go for the EMI options, okay, and you can directly pay this amount by using net banking. every time you think of the Unacademy Plus subscription, the first thing that should come in your mind is this particular code. Do not forget to use this code once you take the subscription, because I have already told you that this particular coupon code is going to give you the lot of advantages, so you cannot miss the opportunity to use this code. So every student who want to come on to the Unacademy Plus, they want to take the advantages of the Unacademy Plus, they want to empower themselves in the best possible manner in this digital era, they want to be the part of this revolution, then this is the time for you. You do not have to wait for it. If you are in the first year, if you are in the second year, you are in the third year, the best possible time is right now to prepare for the examination, to dedicate yourself, to give yourself the opportunity so that you can get the success as early as possible. Apart from that, you should also join this GATE aspirant group. So this GATE aspirants group is already having 150k plus students, so you can join it. There are a lot of discussions going on between students. You can get the advantage of those discussions. Okay. You can also join this Creatrix channel, which is a Telegram channel. So everyone has to join this channel so that you can get all the PDFs of the lecture which is being assigned to you. Fine. There are various channels which you can go for it. So various channels in the association with Creatrix. So you can follow the channel of your interest. And this is it in today's lecture. So let us meet in the next lecture. Thank you so much.